life pass me by. Oh, I can get down and try to work it all out this lifetime. Work it all out this time. I can let it all pass me by.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Happy Thursday. Y'all know what it is. We are back to talk Imperfect Women, episode 4. And dare I say, the best episode of the season so far. I had a good time over here with episode 4, but come on in. Let us know as soon as you get in, how do you rank this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being booty meat, 10 being exceptional, the best TV you've ever seen. All right. I want the ratings in the comments and say hello to us. We talk back, but y'all see them. Y'all love them. I'm not here alone. We have Dom over here, Cinematic Pain, correct? And then below, we have Tyra over at Struggle Reviewz TV. She's got her good face on tonight. I'm thinking she's good. Dom, how are you? Then Tyra, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, this was the best episode of the season. That is a statement. That is a true statement.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm watching the show with y'all. Relax.
Tyra, you had your gangsta lean on to the left. You did. It was given very much. Yeah. Okay, what's going on, people? I see you here. Hey, Tremaine, what's going on, sis? Hey, Jazz, good to see you. Hey, C. Golden, what's going on, Desi? You made it. You made it to the live, boo. Tremaine, we're gonna get into it, sister. Danny, what's going on? Rico, my partner, how are you? Tremaine says I give it an 8. C. Golden said a 6.9. What's going on, Tamika's Den? I pray all is well. Hope you're having an amazing day. Are you covering Imperfect Women? Drop it in the chat. Let us know. But you guys know every single week, every single live, really, we start over here, if my slides will come up. And I want to know overall thoughts. Tyra, I'm starting with you. Overall thoughts of episode 4, Nancy.
Don't be right there. Come down here to me.
Started with him last time.
I know. I mean, even on his best day, it's still ass. Like, no, the term was booty meat. He said booty meat.
Booty meat.
It's like, I don't know. It's such a strange show. It almost gives satire. Like it's weird. It's very weird. As far as like coordination and storytelling, I mean, it was the best thing that we've gotten so far, and we got a little rope-a-dope in the end, which I can always appreciate, especially with a situation like this one. But yeah, Nancy's trash. Everybody's trash. So I mean, that wasn't surprising, but who we're going to be trash with is in question. Because if you ever being trash with that lady husband, I just wanted one moment where it really looked like they were friends. That's all I wanted. I wanted 5 minutes of like, you know what, my girlfriend. So I see it. I see how we can keep up this farce for this many years. Nope, it's still given. I hate your stinking guts, darling. You're the scum between my toes every single time, and I just don't believe them. I shout out to the mullet. I don't know. I don't got nothing for it.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Scale 6.
Okay. Dom, overall thoughts.
6 is amazing. 6 is amazing. 6 is amazing. No, this was the best booty meat that they've given us so far. Like, this is at least washed booty meat. Like, this is this. I came away. I went into the episode expecting one, like Tyra said, okay, this is a flashback. We're gonna see them be friends, and then over the years, we'll see how it deteriorates. No, they were never friends. And then 2, I was expecting, because 1, we're gonna see them be friends, so they have to explain why she didn't confide in any of her friends that her marriage was in this much turmoil. But since she doesn't have any friends, I see why, because she doesn't have any real friends. So why would I tell you that my husband's divorcing me? Because I don't know y'all, and y'all don't like me. Elizabeth Moss looked like Elizabeth Moss in this episode. She didn't look like Offred. So that's probably the best thing I could say. And a child was smacked for being disrespectful on TV. So that's always good. That's all.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh man, this was a 3.
Oh, 4-3. Okay.
I was not mad at this episode. I honestly think if we would have started here, it probably would have left a better taste in people's mouths. Was it perfection? No. But did I have a good time? Bullseye was over here. I mean, even though he was a predator, I was like, all right, we had some moments. I think what I enjoyed about the episode is that we got to see kind of in real time what some dynamics are really like in friendships here. We have Mary, who's jealous of everything. She's going broke. Her husband is trash, right? We have Eleanor, who really just wants to be a rich white woman. I fear, that this trailer park, coming from the trailer park was more palatable than being Black with wealth and prestige and money and all that. And I think we kind of see these things converge in the storyline. I was not mad at the past. I think we got an understanding of who Nancy is and what shapes and guides her behaviors. So for those reasons, I'm not mad at it. I'm going to sit right there in the middle. And I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 5.5. I'm going to give it a 5.5 because this wasn't a pain for me to get through this time. Okay. Easing on over here. Episode 4, Nancy, we get to her traumatic past, right? We find out that there wasn't gold in the Jed Clampett, household at all. But mama was a lush who had a stepfather, Bullseye, who was over here just being predatory, where she learned transactional behavior. Because if I give him a little coot nanny, he's going to pay for my classes, and we have this quid pro quo situation, which really wasn't quid pro quo because even then, Nancy was a child. We then see mama find out and not get mad at the predator husband, but attempts to unalive her daughter in the car with her while they're driving down the road listening to odd music. Did this, Dom, make you feel anything more for Nancy? Do you feel like it contextualized who she is and where we're going with the story? Or did you feel like this was a waste of time and you weren't here for it?
No, I like this. And like I said, because in the first 2 episodes, I don't know Nancy. I don't know that woman. So I'm not that broken up about her death. And so this episode definitely contextualized her. I did like the troubled past, only because I've seen this dynamic so much that I was just happy that it wasn't Black folks doing it. Like I was like, all right, it's not Lynn Whitfield doing this, it's somebody else. So I was appreciating that, and the fact that this was like a true, like it felt visceral, like it felt like she, like the Kate Mara version of her and the young not so Black Swan version of her. I could see how those were the two people decades apart. Like I saw how one turned into the other. So that was well done. It was well done, and I'm gonna probably say this all through the video, but it was well acted. It's just these actors are wasting their talent on this story. That's all it is. Like they're putting in their best effort. Like the demo reels for all of these actors is gonna be great, but this need not be on the resume. Just put the acting on there, but don't put the show on the resume.
Oh Lord, Tyra. Nancy's traumatic past.
What was the car scene? What was that? What was the car incident scene? So this Ricky Bobby, she about to shake and bake? What is this? I can't stand a weird tonal shift. It got weird to me. It got comical. I swear all I saw was, shake and bake Ricky Bobby. I just saw Will Ferrell. I was like, is this a beat? Is this like a bit? Or like I didn't like it. It felt like an SNL skit. Like, you're not. It was like, you're not innocent. You know what you did. I was like, oh my God. Y'all just really, I don't know. The traumatic past, I mean, we see what shaped and formed her. It did what it was supposed to do. It was just strange. I didn't know or just understand why whoever, directed and wrote this particular episode thought that they were consistent enough to go back and forth between storylines or have like it's kind of splashing. I'm like, oh, it's a creative choice. It's like, you're not good enough to do this. I need us to stay here. We could have had little moments with little toddler Nancy own up to see what was really going on with mom. We can't have those flashes, whatever her current day was and how I wound up here, and then just jump cut. You know what you did. What? How do we get here? Like, what? Why would you do this? And it's fine. Of course, it's understandable. It wasn't hard to figure out where Nancy was coming from and who her mother was. As you guys said, we've seen this mom. It was very Tyler. I'm my mother's daughter. It was very Tyler Perry. You're gonna tell her. It was over there. It was very Lynn, coded. We already knew what this mother was. It's never gonna be the man's fault. It's your fault. And we get the greaseball situation, disgusting human beings, but this is why Nancy is the way that she is, and why everything with this current husband is so transactional. It's been transactional all my life. You do something for me, I'll do something for you, even if you're with my mother and you're a predator. But I just wish that it was just a straight line. I didn't need them to try to get creative with the shots and do anything in particular and then flash. I was like, y'all not good enough to do this. Just leave it alone and be plain. We appreciate playing in this type of show.
When they do a narration, Tyra, they're going to give you glimpses of the past. It's the devices that the people use. But now it started as a real love. It was so hot and heavy and passionate. I'd go down on them in the foyer, and then we'd meet outside for the garden party. But all the while, I have imposter syndrome. I've really just been questioning if I belong here. Am I really here? It started out strong, and now I don't even recognize Robert, who he is, or what this life is that we've created together. Tyra, I'm going to start with you. What do you think of the dynamic in the relationship between Nancy and Robert?
They don't have no lips. I was so agitated. Normally, when we have, a little couple, especially some wides, they'll get like one wide with no lips, and then the other one to have some lips, or they'll meet in the middle with, there were no lips happening. There was so much kissing in our face. I was like, oh my God, they're so lipless. I was taken out by that. So I got a little distracted. It was just so flat. It was just supposed to be so hot and sexy. And I was like, how are you breathing into each other's mouth with all this pretty hot and tempting, and y'all don't have no lips? But lips aside, him stringing her up above the neck area took me out. I swear I was on the floor. I thought that was the funniest.
I don't know why you hit her up like that.
Oh my God. Is this supposed to be hot? Okay. Love? There was no love here. There was no love here. This is all, I feel like he's been hitting her up since day one. Like, this has been the steady, consistent pace probably of their marriage this entire time. I bask in what could be, however much money this family has. I'm having this imposter syndrome, so I'm throwing these lavish parties. I'm living the life all the way down to my daughter, giving her what I never had, but I'm losing myself and just doing what I assume that a wife is supposed to be doing. As long as I give him some head top, give him these cheeks, in the crack of dawn or out here in the middle of the garden, he's going to be happy because, all I got to bring is myself. It's gotten me this far. Did he ever care about you? This is where I just wanted to go to college, okay? I never needed to be here. I never needed to have my mother's daughter. Not for as long as we did. That could have been brief. I needed to go back and see young Nancy and young Eleanor and Mary walking around on campus and him courting and how we got there. Because that would explain everything I needed to ever know about Nancy. We could have still had the flashbacks here, but this is our main focus, and these are the people that we initially met. So I wanted to know from the jump, what has it been? So I'm just going to assume that this is all that it's ever been, and I want to know what was the decisiveness in the beginning, or what was the deciding factor on, I'm going to choose her. Like, how did she show up? How did he show up? I would be more interested in that than him and her up above the neck area, giving washer and dryer energy. But that's just what we got. But I don't think there's any love here whatsoever.
Yeah, I definitely think this was a marriage of convenience. I think she saw a way up and out. And I think he sought someone who was probably buildable, moldable at the time, right? Like, she's on paper, she's right. She's white, she's got blonde hair. Like, I can deal with the money part. But Carrie, Eleanor's character, on the other hand, she can't stop being Black. Dom, did it start as love? Was this convenience? Was Nancy just a Build-A-Bear that Robert could use?
Carrie has proven you to be a liar because she has, in fact, stopped being Black. But
Dom, please.
But I understand Eleanor's reason for wanting him because this is very much like, you know how sometimes you have like Greta Gerwig will redirect like some new movie and it'll be like a classic story, but we're gonna retell it and tell you that the dude was actually evil. This is like if she did Cinderella, and it's like, yeah, Prince Charming is actually not great. Like that's this, and then we get like after the Cinderella. That's what the story is. So I get that for her, but for him, all this did was make it more confusing why he chose her because you've painted him as somebody who's at the behest of his family, and he's very controlled by his family, and so that made sense why he didn't choose Kerry Washington because she black. No matter how much money she got, she a darkie. So we know why he didn't choose her because the family wouldn't like her. But the family don't like her either. So I'm like, if you're gonna tick the family off, is it just degrees of which you're ready to tick the family off? Because the family don't like her either. And so so his choice and his decision making is even more confusing. And so, like Tyra said, I needed to see the initial impetus of this. I need to see how we got to the wedding. I don't need to see the New Year's Eve party and you don't belong in the imposter syndrome. I got the imposter syndrome. That was one of the few things that they really illustrated well in the first two episodes, that she had imposter syndrome and didn't nobody like her and didn't nobody want her. So we got that well established. I didn't need a whole episode to reestablish that. I got that. But this, and so I don't, so this to me meant nothing. It meant nothing to me. And Kate Mara is a talented actress. I've seen her and stuff. She's given good performances, but I don't know why she's so wooden. Like she can't. I don't know who she was seducing. Couldn't have been seducing no man. like I don't know. Like this is like House of Cards season 1, where it's like you wouldn't, but it's like supposed to be your character is supposed to be unappealing. Like I just don't understand how she could be this beautiful and this like hostess with the mostest, and I'm trying to be, you know, the one, and this is my husband, and I'm just like, this is nasty. I don't want no part of this. I want to skip past this scene so bad. I don't know.
Yeah, the love scenes. I was like, is her stepdaddy stepping in? Like, the shadow work was really weird to me as far as the lighting in the study. And so at moments I was like, is this like remaking what she did with the stepdad? Like Kinnaman was really looking like Bullseye over there in a couple of shots. And I was like, is that what we're doing? We're trying to see that nothing's changed. The more things change, the more things stay the same. But easing on down the road, we're now at this party 17 years later. Like you said, it's the New Year's Eve party. We've got the family there, and this is the biggest one yet. We've spent tens of thousands of dollars, and Robert's paying me dust. Something's off. I'm seeing Mullet. I'm seeing her dad. I mean, his dad. I'm seeing Robert over there talking to the family finance manager, and I need to know what's going on. Something's weird. And they're like, is dad hitting on you again? I told y'all he was a pervert. I knew it was when he said hello to those little girls. She keeps attracting these same types of people in her life, and she's like, no, I just fear something is up. We find out some other things, but as of right now, and the thing that really stood out to me was the encounter we have in the kitchen with Mullet. And Mullet slamming the door in my house, because who do you think you are? I said, all I ever wanted to do, Mullet, was connect with you and be your friend, and you've brutally rebuffed me at every turn. And Mullet says, listen, ho, it's never been you, buddy. Who do you think sent me in here? I didn't come here of my own free will and volition. Is it because you didn't get the house, Mullet? No. If I could have wanted this house, I would have had this house. It's because you're so damn transactional. And now Robert sees it. Wink, wink, wink. Let me get out of here and shut you up in your own kitchen. And then we kind of embark on this journey. Father-in-law comes in at one point and is like, yeah, it's going to suck not to have these parties anymore. She's like, what's happening? Am I being ousted? Dom, I'm starting with you. Something's up. She smells it in the midst of this beautiful party. The family's locking me out, and it's more than usual this time. Has she ever been included in financial discussions with the family, Dom, for one?
That's what I'm saying. This ain't nothing new. Like nothing that happened in this episode. We 17. This episode is irritating because you can't be, because I'm actually on her side about how this doesn't make sense, because there's no way that I've been spending. It can't be about the parties. This can't be about the parties because we 17 years in. There's no way that this family dislikes this lady this much and waits almost 2 decades to force this man to out her. The only reason it's 17 years later is because we need to have a teenage daughter, and we needed the timeline to match up so the teenage daughter is around. But there's no way that we go from year 1 to year 17 and we're just taken aback, and we're just now trying to push this lady out. Because why? And that's the thing, because why? She's doing exactly what she's been doing. And I don't understand why the family either because the dad, which him being evil is messing with me because he's the president from Madam Secretary, and I like him in Madam Secretary. So him being evil is hurting my heart. But they can't be this dismissive of her and it be new. You know what I'm saying? They can't be this offhandedly disrespectful to her and it be new. And also, what I did like about this episode is a very small thing. I'm trying to find the nuggets where I can. And the fact that, but like when you're poor versus when you're rich, power and abuse look differently. And so she's been used to physical abuse. And so so now she was blind to the abuse to the levels of control, because this ain't your house. And that's why I don't know how you got married and let this rock. You got married to this man. You saw how his family treated y'all, and you let them move into the house. This ain't your house. This the house this old man was raised in. Yeah, he go walk. I'm poop anywhere I want to in this house, and I dare you to question it. No, this is not your house. I'm gonna wipe my booty cheeks on all of these towels because this is not your house. This is my house, and I pay for this house. I pay for everything y'all do. And so I just the level of oblivious, how oblivious she is ridiculous to me. But I get it, because you want to hold on to the money. You want to hold on to this lifestyle, so you let a lot of stuff go. You like, as long as I drop to my knees, everything should be fine, because everything's transactional. If they say transactional one more time in this episode, I'm going to smack a writer. But I get it, transactional. But this whole hullabaloo 17 years later didn't make sense. And for it to coalesce at this party, it didn't make sense.
You know, it's for the sake of the plot. But yeah, Daddy said this house got my daddy blood on it. Like, yeah. We never had 2 sinks because I liked my wife. Tyra, talk to me about the family. And talk to me about the confrontation between Mullet and Nancy in the kitchen. Like, are you letting somebody talk to you like that in I don't care, in your borrowed house, in your loan house?
Your Airbnb?
The whole story is just very shallow, and it irritated my soul. It's like, if you want us to go off of what y'all gave us, Nancy knows nothing. She has no connections. You've been sucking D and throwing parties for 20 years. That's all you've been doing. You haven't done anything else. Normally, when it's like, well, oh, okay, the family, they're icing me out like they always do. By this time, you've made a connection to friends, other relatives, other people who care for you, who are gonna, oh, girl, like, this is what's going on. I know how they can be. Like, she's just working the room like she knows no one. Like, you have no stock, or better yet, no one has any stock in you as the wild. Like, what have you been doing? You have been getting on your knees and throwing soirees for 20 years. You haven't done anything. And buying American Girl dolls, you have done nothing.
Her charity work with the dancers, with the ballet.
Nothing. I just didn't understand. So when we get here and it's like, oh, they're at it again, but this is different this time. Something's really afoot. He's on edge. I gotta get in there. Hey, lawyer guy, you know? So can you tell me? He's like, yeah, look at here, girl, I can't help you. I can't help you. And I don't even think it was like, well, what they're discussing is actually leaving you by the wayside. So I'm gonna step on it. He wouldn't tell her anything anyway, because you don't have any connections to anybody. I don't understand that. So then, when we come to this to this dad, this super predator in disguise, I was like, okay, so are we getting into Robert being a chip off the old block? Because it was one thing to move the way that they were after the death, and you have to go by this way with the family. Tell Carrie, nice to know you. Thanks for the cooch, but you got to go heifer. Excommunicado. I can't be laid up with you, and we on the news. Move, Carrie. But this is the past. And in all this time, Robert still lives in the family home. Robert is giving that he needs a handler. The way sister was like, yeah, you can't go in. He doesn't need any company right now. She's like, excuse me? Me? He doesn't need any, little no riffraff. Stay out there. They're giving handlers, like they have to save him from himself. Like, why haven't you ventured off to at least, purchase your own home, have your own dealings, have your own life? They're always consistently around. It's like they're trying to save him from himself or something's afoot here. I don't know what's going on, but it's strange. So by the time we get in the kitchen, it's like all I ever wanted to do was be your friend. Like, I guess we couldn't get like super duper, stereotypical with our imposter syndrome, trailer park, whatever character. Because normally you get a little angsty about yourself. Like, look at here, heifer. I've been here for 20 years. There is no way you're going to tell me I'm a part of this family. That's my husband. You just been walking on eggshells, and I just want them to like me. I don't know. Nancy didn't really give that. I don't know. The relationship she could have with her husband or even this man here, you don't walk up on me in the bathroom, sir. I don't give a damn how many towels you own in here. You wait till I come out. That was so strange. To invade somebody's privacy and just walk into the bathroom, I thought he was finna try to push up on her. I said, what the hell's going on here? It's strange. It's very, very sick. So between that and then the sexual thing, it's almost like, okay, Nancy, your time is up. You were only here to serve a purpose. Like she's a beard, or she's she's here to mask something. And I'm like, I hope it ain't got nothing to do with that damn daughter being of a certain age now or whatever's going on. It's just weird. It just felt like your time is up, because I'm sure she hasn't done anything that she wasn't doing for the past 20 years that she wasn't. That's why she's bewildered. Like, what's going on? I'm throwing parties like I always do. Are we having money trouble? She's like, I'll scale back a little bit. No, it's not that. We're getting rid of you. You've served your purpose. Now it's time to go. What was she there for in the first place? And then it'll help me to get into why he chose her. If it was never any real intent to be with her in the first place, she was just here for a purpose, but she didn't never even know that. If we get there, then maybe we can get somewhere. But Mother looked good this episode. I like the little ensemble. She looked nice.
Toned arms, I said, all right, Mullet, go ahead, go off, sis. I really fear that there's something very nefarious with this family. I think we're supposed to think of them as some of like the wealthy blue blood type of families where it's all legacy, everyone's supposed to be handled. Now, are they doing an exceptional job of that? No. But I think that's what we're supposed to believe, that everyone's life is specially curated because we have this name and this level of prestige. I think we're supposed to believe that they are having some sort of financial troubles. But I also think there's something there's human trafficking, there's abuse, there's something else going on. And I don't run it by them for Papa Hennessy to have already smashed Nancy at some point in this whole situation. It gave too familiar. The bathroom very much gave SA to me vibes. Like I was like, is he gonna touch her again? I feel like she's already been over there, because I think what they did try to do in this episode was show us her cycle and her history of abuse, and how if I give my body, I'll get this in return, right? So I think she's been over there. She might have been with Mullet too. I don't know. Because
just bringing it out, just giving it out.
Very much stern lesbian from Mullet. So I don't know. There could have been a moment. Now we're over here, and too much is too much. He won't accept his head from me today, Tyra. So now I need to check his laptop. And I'm like, baby, you're checking the wrong place. Now she goes in, she finds the emails that say separation of assets, how we're going to finagle this, because I'm getting this heifer out of here. I need you to check the hard drive. I need you to check the hidden folders. I need you to check the recently deleted, because I fear that there's more on that laptop than meets the eye. I want to know what Robert is into. Robert is not an upstanding person of any kind. And it's crazy for me to think that she's just been willingly, blatantly stupid for all these years. Tyra, talk to me about the laptop. And is it what you anticipated was going to be on there?
I didn't anticipate anything. Let's just start there. I was like, whatever it is. I was hoping it was, something juicy, but it was like, oh, he's trying to divorce me? They're talking about divorce? Oh my God. It was how easily accessible the information was. I was like, oh, in 20 years. She's like, you know what? I'm sick of this. All of you always keeping me on the outs of this family, and then the real things. This is going a tad bit too far. Let me go on, type in. At least they like to pretend in the movies, have them cycle through passwords several times, go look through old things. Like, oh my God, what could it be? It was like, nope, got that. Control all, backspace. Oh my God, it was so easy. And I guess it was supposed to give like she's just put all of her trust in him and in their marriage this entire time, just assuming if I give him what he needs, he's gonna give me what I need. And right now, you look a little stressed. Let me give you some head. Oh yeah. Because she pays attention. She's like, oh, that's your third scotch, babe. That's something's going on. Like, it's like she's been an airhead this entire time. But she instantly got in there, and I was like, okay, now let's exit that. Go see what else is in there. It was just like, no, let me go down these stairs and really get into the tea. But yeah, you got what I always say. You got one time to reject or not respond and turn down this coochie, and we over.
Could it be commentary though about how some people can spend 10, 15 years in a marriage basically on autopilot and just go with the flow as long as things are, going well? Dom, talk to me about this. And what did you expect to be on the laptop? I know it was in the super trailer.
I didn't watch. You thought I watched the advertisement for this show?
I thought you may have watched the trailer, Dom, at some point.
I watched just enough to come in. I watched just enough to come in here and talk mess about y'all. I don't look at a poster for this show, but the laptop I had no. I mean, I don't know. It could have been anything. I didn't have any anticipation for. I was more surprised that she knew the password just off rip. She didn't have to think about it. So it's like you have all the tools. And you just been that's the 17 year, the 20-year relationship is what keeps bothering me, because there's no way you've been in and around this family for 2 decades and seen how they move, seeing how they operate, seeing what currency they use, like what's valuable to them, and didn't cultivate any of that. Like, I get that your body is your currency with your husband, and that you've been riding on that for 20 years. Cool. Like you said, we get in autopilot and we've been doing that for 20 years. I got no problem with that. But this family who has resisted accepting you for a lifetime, for some people, like long enough for somebody to be born and now vote. These people have denied you, and you haven't learned how to navigate in a world at all. Like, you haven't cultivated any relationships. You didn't figure out how to get any secrets. You ain't maneuvered in any possible way, but you got all the tools. This show can't tell me that she's super smart and be this dumb for this long. Like, it does not make sense how she could be the master manipulator and hide all of this stuff from her husband after she was dead, but she just started to do it 5 minutes ago. Like, you've been here 17 years. And I'm gonna push back on your notion that this is a commentary on how marriages can just kind of like get in autopilot, because that's true when both of us work, we got kids, and we just lean into our roles over the decades. And then when the kids leave, we look at you like, who is this person? But all you do is throw parties. All you do is throw parties. You got 20 years. She should be the best wife and the best mother, because being a wife and a mother is a hard job. But when you ain't got nothing else to do, you should be the best at it. If you ain't got nothing to do, you should know this man. You should know how it leaned to the left and how it swelled to the right. The way you should be all up on this man, especially if that's the only thing you selling. That's the only thing you got going. You should be the best at it. And you should be the best mom. You should be the best mom in the world, because you care. Because that's the thing. She's not a bad person. She's not drug addicted. She didn't go through some traumatic incident after the baby was born to make her disassociate. So why were you not the most attentive mother? Why were you not trying to be the mother you didn't have? Like, what is this?
Because Mary was. Mary was the mother. Dom said, "Oh, you got no job? What, you ain't doing that all day?" I didn't mind any of that. What my issue was with her being so obtuse. Nancy, above all else, is supposed to represent the come up. She's the survivor. Women like Nancy, they have an exit strategy. They have, something stashed. They have something tucked. I got some passwords. They have that energy of I always knew this day would come. And even if it doesn't, I'm always going to be prepared because I can never really settle because I have imposter syndrome. Is this really my life? I walk around every year and throw these parties just to remind myself that this is my life. These women have an exit strategy. Nancy has nothing, from the looks of it, nothing planned at this point. I don't know. It's odd.
I think you're taking for granted the work it goes in to be a socialite. I mean, the charity auxiliary board meetings, the lunches, the brunches, the trips to Santa Barbara. We're eating lobster and caviar on the yacht dom. I think you're taking it for granted that happened. And as far as her being, I think she got comfortable. I think she got complacent. I'm putting a little bit more butter on this bread than there is, but in my mind's eye, it's, I'm thinking Lifetime movie. I'm thinking she's been in this place until the money dried up. She was fine. She got comfortable. She thought she, was moving around this world carte blanche, living her best life. And one day when she found those emails, it all crumbled. So now we're at the party. I got
that head was lazy.
I'm at the party. I have my best updo on. I've got my pretty pink dress on. Mary's here, Eleanor's here, and my daughter comes down looking like poor white trash and giving me flashbacks, PTSD, if you will, of my life prior to the come up. She's got a pregnant belly on. She's got an American flag cut off denim vest, a wife beater, and some coochie cutter shorts on in the middle of this party, and I need to confront her. So, sis, are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of me, Cora? What do you mean, Mom? No, it's a poor white trash party. That's the theme. You that's where I came from. You're disrespecting your mother? This is ridiculous. You're just, a spoiled, entitled brat who's dressing up like poor white trash, knowing that's where I came from, daughter. So you ought to be ashamed. You're not going anywhere. I'm going where I said I'm going. No, you're not. You're not going anywhere because you spent tens of thousands of dollars on a party so you could have an Instagram picture. What did you say to me? Your mom? And then we hear the slap that echoed and reverberated through the halls. Everybody stopped at this 150-person garden party, turned around to see Cora get slapped down in the midst of everything. And then what do? We retreat. Because I can't handle this. It's too much. I forgot who I was. I forgot where I was. I forgot who I was. And it made me think, I said, is she dissociating? Like, does she have multiple personalities? Was there a point where she literally is like acting in this marriage and as this mother? It got me thinking. But Dom, I'm going to start with you. Poor white trash and the slap that heard around the whole garden party.
This was a climax that was well acted. It was well. I mean, Kate Mara is a good actress. I'm not. Look, she pulling all her powers for the destabilizing mental ability of the white woman. I felt it. I felt it in my soul. The white plight. But it was a climax with no ascension. Like the how we got here does not make sense. It was not. I don't know. It's just because it was irritating. It was irritating. The daughter. First of all, let me tell you something. I don't come from I come from a family that my grandma is the holiest person you've ever met in your life. And I grew up in the church. And so decorum and how you look is very important. And just to walk through the party looking like that. I know you leaving, and I know this your house, but go out the back door. Like the fact that we in such a family that cares about how we look in our perception, that you was just walking out the front door, just this family dynamic just doesn't make any sense. And the teenage the party theme is funny to me. It's, as long as these white folks ain't doing blackface, I don't care what they do. But this was funny to me. But I understood Kate Mara's character because she all of this stuff is happening once, and so all of the walls she put up are crumbling down. So I get that, and she's spiraling. and her not friends are coming to help her out. Kerry Washington didn't look as homely in this episode, so that was great. She had them same heels on, them same heel boots that she just banged that man in. Them some same ugly heel boots that she just slept with that husband. I peeped them boots. But that was the only thing. Is Kate Mara did a really good job acting, but I don't, because how do you sit there and not be like, he's divorcing me? How it come, like, it doesn't come out, and it doesn't come out until you die. Like, how, I don't understand how this doesn't. I'm more confused at the end of this episode than I was at the beginning of the episode.
Tyra, poor white trash.
It was ugly.
Did she pause?
You know, Tyra? She got AT&T internet. She gotta fix the rabbit ears.
First of all, I have Xfinity. I don't know. These shows always think they can solve something with a angsty entitled teen. They lost me. Get out of my room, Mom. Just leave, okay? Just get out. Do you really know me? Do you know anything about me, Mom? This is the most that you've said to me. I've been home for days. I've been home for weeks. And you've just spoken to me now about your stupid garden party. Nobody cares about it. Not even Dad. Nobody cares, Mom. Ugh. Like, I hate your stinking guts. You've never been a mother to me my entire life. And now you're here trying to recapture some American Doll. Like, this is why we need history. This is why you show us her trying to raise her and not really knowing how to apply that and get into some motherhood because of the mother that she had. You can't give me just the lush and go, oh, well, there you go. Like, that's all you need to know. No, I needed some more. So then by the time we get down here with stunts and shows, especially immediately after finding the email and I'm getting divorced, it just I'm discombobulated. I'm upset, but I need to take my frustrations out. You! Are you making fun of me? Like, girl, what? First of all, I'm just coming down the steps. With the type of daughter that she has, I'm sure that there have been plenty of moments that were offbeat, out of line. Like, you can't do that. This is what we do. I'm sure this isn't the worst thing that she's ever done, but it's just like, I need to vent and talk about, you're making fun of me? Girl, how am I making fun of something I never even knew about? I didn't even know you were white trash. I didn't even know anything about it. Like, oh, that's disgusting. This is disturbing. How could you? I was like, this is the route y'all wanted to go. Fine. We always here for a dramatic slap. It was the run out the house. I was like, where are you going? Where are you going? Like, and she runs off. I forgot who I was. I was confused by the I forgot who I was. I didn't know if the I forgot who I was like, I forgot that was my daughter. I'm her mother. Am I becoming my mother? I slapped my own daughter, or was it just like, I forgot? I'm so wrapped up in them that I forgot that I was the baddest and I could be out here being ratchet. I just didn't know. I didn't know which one it was as far as I forgot who I was, but I guess I'm looking forward to seeing, because we're getting like double sides to Nancy. Like, you know, I feel like she got a little, I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I feel like we got a little duality from her, just a bit to show like, well, you don't really know, you know, everything about Nancy and who she truly is, or what really shaped her beyond that, because we only got that one moment with that man. But I think what she does later in the episode kind of defines who she is more than anything. But I personally felt like I forgot who I was like, I don't need this. I'm the baddest. I forgot who I was. That's what I thought it was.
And see, I thought the I forgot who I was, which doesn't make any sense. But this show doesn't make any sense. But I thought that I forgot who I was like, I forgot I didn't belong here. Like, I forgot where I came from. And I got wrapped up in this new world, which doesn't make sense because you've been an imposter this whole time, so you couldn't have forgot. But I don't, and I'm worried about this show, and I keep having to remind myself that women make this show, because it seems like that this Imperfect Women show is trying to show how hard it is to be a woman, how hard it is to be a woman, and the different aspects that looks like. But then it's manifesting in a way where all three of these women are just hysterical. They're just hysterical women. They're all mentally unstable, and they're all just stereotypically hysterical. And I don't think it's coming across as introspective and enlightening. And maybe this end of the season will be some bright light moment for me and my man brain. But right now, they just seem like a bunch of hysterical women, and it's even but like a bunch of stereotypes.
Lord. Well, a little help from my friends. They came running when I was running. And so this was the moment I think we were supposed to believe that whatever friendship they had was cemented. We know at this point that Nancy is subsidizing Mary's life because her husband's a bum. And he cannot find gainful employment because he won't make a TikTok for the university. Listen.
He's not a bum.
Listen. He's letting his family starve and eat ramen noodles because he won't ask for help. I'm just saying, if Mary gotta go get the help so y'all can eat, I mean, Dom, what kind of husband is he? But anyway, we decide that we're gonna, subsidize his life. We're gonna get him a job. We're gonna do all of those things. As Nancy is crying, Eleanor says, I don't know what you're crying for. You have everything. You have my man. You have this daughter. You have all of these things. I don't know what you're so upset about. And honestly, this painted a picture for me as far as who these people are to each other. I think everyone, and I think you guys said it earlier in the first review that we did, everybody's jealous of everybody for any myriad of different reasons they are. But ultimately, we get over here after we found this man gainful employment working for the ballet because she got connections, Dom. Nancy got them connects right in the arts. And we find out, listen, that old habits die hard. Listen, I reverted back because they kind of throw this red herring at us very early in the episode when we meet the barkeep who's coming to do this event. His name is David. And so we say, oh, this is David. This is the David we've been looking for. This is the David she's been having an affair with. Well, as it wraps up, Howard's now got gainful employment because of her. We're sitting out, we're luxuriating. We didn't have to turn down the barkeep because listen, I used to be poor white trash, but I'm not anymore. I know we came from that same place, but you're going to remind me of that. So I don't want anything to do with you. I'd rather take my best friend's man. That's who I'd rather have. Because listen, I'm transactional. He comes, we talk about name. My name is such an old lady name. No, it's not. Your name brings wisdom and knowledge and all of these things. And well, all right, David. Dom, Howard is David. Was this revelatory to you? And tell me how Howard's not a bum. I want to know from a man, because when I look at a man who's letting his family suffer because of his pride, I view that as, problematic.
Well, no. So David's not, I was saying David is not a bum in this. Yeah, he is a bum because because standing on your principles and not wanting to do something at a job is fine, but you gotta go get you another job. And if you can't go get you another job, then I guess you're making some TikToks. And so yeah. So if he just if we at the point where we got to borrow money, then yeah. You a bum. So cool. I got you. No, the David thing was not a surprise. I knew that he wouldn't, because you don't cast Corey Stoll to be an upstanding citizen. That's not what you cast him for. In Ant-Man, in House of Cards, it don't matter what this man in, he ain't squat. And so the moment he presented to be the husband, I was like, they marriage ain't right. Just by casting him, I was like, this ain't. It's like casting Keith David. It's like, oh, he finna slide on somebody. He finna stab somebody in the back. It's just the natural flow of thing. And so so that was not a surprise. The David thing, how we got to the name David was cute. Like that was a cool little rigmarole thing. That was fine. The bar is low in this show, so I'll give a gold star for participation. No problem. What this did submit for me is I think this kind of absolved Kerry Washington a little bit because it's like, yeah, I'm sleeping with your husband. I ain't the first husband sleeper, so we just
first
and we ain't
sleeper.
And we ain't friends. No way. We ain't none of us friends. We all passing husbands around, and Offred gonna turn to June. And I mean, but also they are so. Elizabeth Moss did it, right? Like at this point, I know the son is still there, and he probably held the knife in the conservatory, but they really like it's like on Front Street they want to keep adding evidence that Alter Carbon did it, but it's like he didn't. It was June. And it was Offred and Offspring. That's what I'm keep saying. It was Offred. That's what I'm keep betting on. Offred and Offspring. Corey Stoll ain't never been good in nothing I've seen him in. So
I still believe it's Marcus, but I got to slide because we have some new contenders on who done it. But Tyra, Howard, it is David. Were you shocked and amazed? Because why would she go pick him? You had a perfectly young, agile young man who was ready to beat it out the frame, I'm sure. Why would you go over to this broke, unemployed professor who just happens to be your friend's husband?
I already knew that, because don't get it twisted. None of these people are friends. I already knew Nancy was full of shite. When she's like, oh my God, they got the black and white ribbons instead of the shirt. Oh, no problem. I call in for reinforcements. I was like, ooh, who's she going to call? Then they come running. She comes walking through with their children. Oh, no damn reinforcements. I was like, she's like, well, cut it at a 45-degree angle, to make it. We are not workers. It was given. Look at here. Haven't I helped you out? Remember that time I wrote you that check for your little bum ass husband? Go get in there and cut that ribbon. Make it snappy. You and them girls. I didn't like that. Don't call me for I didn't like how that was framed. It was like, it's fine. I'll just call reinforcements. I was like, ooh, who are the reinforcements? The children in June? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I was sitting a bit on the edge with their dynamic because I thought that she was going to be petty because Mary was going out of her way. You know how he is. Howard, he's just don't mention me saying anything or about helping us out or anything like that because I don't want him. I thought she was just going to say it anyway to be spiteful. Nancy gives a little bit of misery loves company, and if I'm not happy, nobody else can be. And my marriage is broken, so why not? That's just what it is. That between that and the calling her for reinforcements and Carrie, she's just touched down. I told you I need a martini in my hand. So she didn't come through good enough. 5 minutes is so. Where's that husband? Where's Robert? Girl, Carrie, girl, you came here to see me. I'm your friend. She's like, where's Robert? Where's Robert? And she's like, yeah, I just feel like something's going on. He's just. I tried to give him some head and he rejected me. She's like, oh, that happens sometimes. Like, where is he? Does he? Got any takers? I've been told, like, Carrie, like, she came in there all ravenous to me, like, please pipe down. We already knew who she came. And even when Nancy came out all devastated, like, oh my God, he's going to divorce me. And they pan the camera over to Carrie. She's like, so Robert, like, girl, you came here to see Robert. That's just been her whole thing. Carrie's whole thing is just Robert. Fine. Then we come over here. Whoever did this little switcheroo in this piece of writing, you should have written the whole show. Whoever did this one thing, write the whole show. Because immediately when we meet the bartender, we're like, oh, okay, this is David. So we're following, we're invested, we're waiting for the setup or the transaction. Okay, my husband pissed me off. What are you doing later? And it never happens. So we're like, what the hell? So then we do the little name switcheroo. And it's like, well, yeah, he called me David. It's like, well, I was like, oh, hell. But I felt it coming when immediately after I forgot who I am and we're here for you. You don't have to go back in there. So y'all ain't about spig. She went back in there, didn't she? You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. We're here for you. We're your friends. And then they had a little voice of, some friends are there for you a lifetime and, they're there. I was like, what friends? Those friends? Because these are not giving my lifetime strong lean on me friends. But then she sits and we immediately go back down memory lane and find whatever was supposed to be Instagram of this former. And it looked like she was gonna look him up. And it wasn't in a reminiscent sense of look how far I came or I really need to deal with, this OG baggage, what he did to me. It shaped my whole life and my mother. It was just like, ooh, he looking kind of, what are you doing? Looking kind of good. What are you doing later? I need to feel wanted. I need to feel needed. I need to feel desired, even if it's from this thing. Nancy, it has a little ring to it. It's like a little dance. It's like, oh, yeah. So I see you later. I was like, oh, girl, you could have had anybody. You could have had anybody. I mean, so socialite for all this socialite and all these connections, Ashley. we're looking at David. She's like, no, he's gonna bring a whole lot to the play, and we all had already said with those 3 episodes, it was like, yeah, he's not gonna. What she said, he's home now, just 4 hours a week at this point. He barely comes home. It's just like, yeah, he's cheating. He's off with someone. I didn't think he was off with her. This where you been at, David? Over here with this lady. I don't know.
Problematic. That's what I said. Old habits die hard. I think he reminds her of the gutter, where she came from, and so I really believe that's why she
David gave gutter.
Yeah,
Howard gave gutter.
You know what I mean? And old habits die hard. I think she's kind of reverted back into that cycle, like you said. Let me go look up this predator ass man who was married to my mother, who used to screw me for payment. Like I just something disconnected for her in my book.
Even in a transactional sense, she was, giving that because you did something for me. David hasn't done anything. Howard hasn't done anything for you but pay you a compliment. Like, it feels like there's something bigger. Like, are you trying to get at Mary? Like, because Mary's mad this whole episode. She's bothered. She's bothered. She's like, oh, this wench in here with all her money, and I have to come and beg, borrow, and steal to pay these bills. Like, she's very jealous, even though she's trying to act like it's all good. Like, oh, girl, I would never, thank you so much. And she hated that she had to take any money from her. She hated it. So I'm like, what's going on here? I'm just still not, even with the brief compliment or even, her self-loathing, Howard? It's
I think the check finally bounced on what she's been selling. Like, what she's been doing hasn't been working for her husband, and then I think she realized that she used it to get the house and the lifestyle, but there's no connection. And so Howard, just in that brief exchange, paid attention and validated some stuff that she actually cares about, because Alter Carbon don't care about the ballet. He don't care, and he don't pay a dust. And so he complimented her, and he made her feel seen. And after 20 years of being a sex doll, that's all it took. All it takes is to make a girl feel special. That's all I'm telling you.
She needs to want more, because the little bartender was trying to hit it.
He was, and I'm saying he was tossed away. It was like, oh, you could have ran up in that and been on about your business. Dane, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. What? Y'all started without me? 50 minutes later, Dane, I'm not doing this with you tonight. Y'all messing up my 4-day weekend. Oh, Tyra, you sniped one of your mods. I don't know if that was by intention or by accident.
I didn't do anything. I don't have anything.
Or said, I who have nothing. Listen, what are you talking about? Anyways, but yeah, old habits die hard. She's back in her cycle, whatever that cycle looks like. And I'm sure we will see the whirlwind in the future episode. That's for the most part the body of this. But of course, we have some fun things to do. I have some rapid fire questions I want to know. We did this last night for Paradise and I thought it was fun. So I said, let's bring it on back. So we're going to go. I want to hear from you guys in the chat as well. These are rapid fire. I want to know. Dom, I'm going to go Dom, Tyra, and then, we'll repeat it. But when Nancy slapped Cora, were you shocked or did you see it coming, Dom?
Yeah, that was the most telegraphed slap. Yeah, that was coming. Yeah, absolutely.
Tyra, shocked or did you see it coming?
You're always gonna get a white woman child slap. It's like a a box that you check off for a rich wealthy family. It's like slap white daughter. I think they have it on the paper. It's in the contract. You have to get slapped.
Not on the paper. Okay. Nancy searching for Scott at the end. Is she regressing or surviving? Tyra?
I saw the shiny red, Corvette or whatever, but it still looked like it was parked in front of the trailer home. So I would say that we were going to be regressing. She wasn't elevating to something. He wasn't well off, or that's what I'm saying. With the circle that she's in, you would think her options are kind of endless at this point. I'm still visceral. I'm still, hot stuff. And even if I am going to make an attempt on someone, it's going to be someone who can provide me with something at least close to the lifestyle that I've been living. We're going to go back to that. Something else is broken really, really in the psyche above just her surviving or just financial woes for her to go back to her initial abuser. Like, something's wrong.
Yeah, that's heavy regression because who would do that as an adult now, Dom? Or is it about going back to him, or does she want to maybe confront him? Nancy searching for Scott at the end, Dom, is she regressing or is she surviving?
She's dead. Well, we know from the pilot episode she ain't surviving nothing, but she's definitely regressing because I think the line between lover and like partner and like overseer and controlling is non-existent for her. She doesn't see a difference between somebody orchestrating her entire life, and I don't think it's about the money. It's just about who's making the decisions. Somebody has to make the decisions over me. She needed daddy, and so she lost one. She about to go back to the old one.
Lord have mercy. Nancy or Eleanor? They've each had an episode so far. Tyra, whose POV hits harder? Eleanor or Nancy's?
Neither. They're both weak sauce. I'm gonna go with Mary. I'm gonna go with Mary. I was trying. I was really.
Yet.
I was
not an option. Tyra,
I'm gonna go with Mary. I'm riding with Mary. I feel like she did it. She's up to no good. Judith is selling it. Okay, Judith offered. She's selling it. Nancy over there. I try, and I'm guessing that it's giving no backbone. I needed her to give more pushback. I was uncomfortable when we have that moment where she's sitting, when she comes to apologize for the slap, and the husband just completely like bogarts her from the room. Like, you can't, like, how could he just reject you, from a space? Like, how? With your own daughter, somebody that you birthed.
This ain't your house.
And
this ain't your house.
But like, it was no like, oh no, I'm going to see my daughter. I'm going to talk to her. No, this apology is more significant than ever because I know what it means I need to get it. It's like, no, she needs her time. And I'm like, girl, you have no backbone either.
No, baby. Dom, Nancy or Eleanor, whose POV hits harder so far?
I'm going to say Nancy, just because as messy as this episode was, Nancy's arc from Black Swan to slap competition was at least well done as far as the actress is concerned. Like, she modeled that very well. And her story in a vacuum, I think the character is well done. Just as the story she's in is stupid. And so, but Eleanor, is that Kerry Washington?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an ugly name.
I'm gonna give them name tags. It's okay. Next week I'm gonna give them name tags.
No, but Kerry, but also because Nancy, whoever's writing has a better understanding of writing somebody who's come from like the started from the bottom, now we're here, arc and the imposter syndrome. They had a better understanding of how to write that. The Eleanor stuff with being black and being wealthy and that dichotomy, they was not in the right hands, and so it was just kind of clumsy. And so it didn't hit at all.
And it didn't. Dom, Howard, Mary's husband, is David. What does that mean for Mary's arc?
That now we have to spend an entire episode convincing me that Mary is the super sleuth. She's the super nosy neighbor. She notices all this different type of stuff, but she don't notice that her husband's stepping out. She don't notice that you know what I'm saying. She don't notice none of this stuff, and then she is so in love with this husband. Like, I just the obliviousness. We gonna have another oblivious white woman who, unless you're gonna tell me, see Mary's like, this episode need tell me at the end that Mary is playing dumb, that June is playing dumb this whole time, and she didn't peeped everything, and so that would be great. I'll turn around in the show if it's something of that level, but it's not going to be. And you gonna spend 45 minutes convincing me that she has these qualities, but she's not executing them when she needs to. And we're gonna talk about it.
I mean, I think it's interesting. I think because of how we've seen Mary in the first 3 episodes, this staunch supporter, she told me things too. I knew all about you, Eleanor and Robert. And I'm the one who's going to get to the bottom of who done it when really she had a hand in it. Is it just the perfect ruse? I don't know. But Tyra, Howard, Mary's husband, is David. What does this mean for Mary's arc? What are we going to see from Mary?
The only thing that could save this is if Nancy faked her death and she's off on an island on some secret shore. Because you would never show your cards this early. You just don't do that. You don't. This is all you had going. This is all you had show. It's a mystery, is it not? I thought it was a whodunit. Thought it was. So I know you can't. I'm like, there has to be something bigger at play here because there's no way in hell that's gonna be like wink wink. It's David's actually Howard, and not have that be the motivation or the battery in Mary's back when we thought she had one anyway. So now it's like doubling down. Like it has to be something else. It can't just be straight shooting and well, now we're gonna see how Mary really, she was seething on the inside already, all about that wealth, and now you lay with Heifer. You already had everything. My husband too.
Yeah.
Now I got to cut you. Now I got to take your life. It could be that, but I'm just hoping that it's not. It just don't go over there. We expected you to do that before this episode, so now you double down on it. Like now it's the husband too. But are we going to do it? Oh my God, Mom, Dad was cheating on you, so I did this thing. I caught him with her, Mom, and oh no worries, baby. We're going to cover this up. If it's like we said, nothing's changed from the perspective the first time. If it's not just Mary, it's Mary and her son.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the son. But what I do think is interesting, of course, is when we hear Eleanor say to Mary in the earlier episodes, hey, your marriage was formed out of cheating. Like, so I'm wondering, did he cheat on his former wife as well? If so, it's his pattern, and Mary's hackles are already going to be raised. I mean, her hackles are already going to be raised. We don't know the circumstances. So hopefully in her episode, we get that. But next, did Robert actually fall out of love, or is he just under family pressure, Tyra? Well, you say you didn't think they was ever in love.
I said, what? I don't think that there was ever any love. I think she served her purpose, or it's giving like, oh, you're acting up again, Robert, doing those old habits that we told you not to do while you're in here with these handlers, and you can only live in this house. We have to watch you with an eye. Yeah, we need a reboot. It's time to get rid of that and get something fresh in here. I don't know. There was no love here though. Him stringing her up by the neck in the middle of the garden did not give me love. I'm sorry.
I said, why is he grabbing her? I really stopped and I said, why is he hemming her up like that? That's like how bullies hem up, kids at the playground. Dom, did Robert actually fall out of love, or is this just is he just under family pressure?
He can't fall out of something he was never in. And he had to hem her up because in the script it wrote that he grabs her, but the set designer and the costume designer put her in this strappy dress, so he didn't have nothing to grab. And grabbing her by the neck is a little too HBO for this Apple TV show, so they had to figure something out. He is under family pressure, and that's all that it is. That's the only thing that moves him is family pressure. Somehow. But family pressure didn't move him to not marry this woman that his family didn't want him to marry. So it's just the inconsistency that now at this big age, because Robert, I'm glad they named him Robert because he's the Rob Kardashian of this family. That's what he is. He tried selling socks for 2 years, didn't work, and now you just sit in the corner
selling socks.
Sit in the corner and collect the check and don't embarrass us. Just don't embarrass us. And we'll take care of everything else. That's what Robert is.
And then finally, is Kate Mara giving the best performance on TV right now, Dom?
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you even type those words out when just in general? Because at no era of TV would this be okay to write.
I'm just saying right now, what's on TV right now with the shows that you're watching present day? Yeah, her performance alone, stand alone as a character.
You had the unmitigated gall to write this in an era where the pit is on air, where Paradise is on air. The animation, the animated performances on Invincible is better than this. How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, all right, Tyra.
No. No one is. No one on the show. I'm honestly, they're all three of those ladies. They're phoning it in. I've seen better performances from Carrie, from Kate, and from my girl June. It's not. It was very strange. The relationship that Kate had, especially when she was talking to the daughter, It was something really stiff about it. Carrie's off. Nobody's selling it to me. I mean, they're capable, but you can't give me like your golden standard, then come here and kind of phone it in. We can tell the difference. It's not giving what it maybe could have given in 2012. No.
Okay. And I wanted to address this, TP, because that's what I'm not saying. Ask for help and I'm dependent. Don't ask for help and I'm a hobo. I probably relate it closer to like a vagabond, right? However, what I will say is that I think when you have a family, right? I don't think if you're supporting a family and have mouths to feed and fell on hard times, I don't see it as a problem you going to your friends to ask for help. Like, or someone that has money as the man, and that you will, in time pay them back. I think I look at you treacherously when you would just let your family starve rather than get out there and get it out the mud or go beg, borrow, and steal, in my opinion. But that's just me. Because I know
principles, and I think principles are important, but principles are measured in context, or should be measured in context. Your principle, having a principled stand, like Malcolm X had a principled stand, and he lived a much more impoverished life than he had to because of principles, but he was fighting for the liberation of a people. You are fighting for a college curriculum. Like, be easy, my boy. Like, that's the scales that we dealing with is not whether like what I'm willing to risk my family for. Like, there are principles where it's like we just gonna have to suffer because I feel this strongly about this. A college curriculum, the syllabus is not what it's not what it is. Like, you're not telling me to teach Mein Kampf to the young, but you're just telling me to update it for the generation I'm teaching. Yeah. Cool. I mean, because that's essentially like the elementary school history teacher in the early 2000s refusing to bring a smart card in and show a movie because we need to read it out the books. Like that's not a principled stand. You're just being old and stuffy. Get out the way, because you got mouths to feed out here in these streets.
That's how I feel about it, and I know y'all think I'm hard on the man. I'm not. I just really feel like, do something, sir. Get out here and go get on the TikTok. You'll be all right. So now back to who did it. Yeah, I added David up there, but it's still Marcus for me. Tyra, who did it?
The same. I'm a hope, because they have to give us some sisterhood somewhere. I'm hoping that there's a grander plan here, and between Carrie and June, they're trying to protect the son, because you did this thing. Hopefully we'll get, because there has to be something. They have to sell something. I don't know.
Dom, has your perspective shifted or changed? Are there still the same suspects?
Well. So my claim is less about the clues. It's less about the clues and more about the shock value when we get to the end of the season, or when we get to the reveal. And it's like, because it probably should be the kid. Like, the way everything is moving, the kid would probably be the most surprising thing. But then again, who cares? It just can't be the kid, because who would care? Who would care? Jim. But on a show called Imperfect Women, the catalyst for the whole show is the boy. Like, that just seems a little off to me. So I think he might be involved. And like I said before, the last one, he might have been the one that did it. Like, if he pushed her down and she hit her head, but she was like still alive, and then June came and like hit her with a pipe to finish the job. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good with that. Or the only way I could see it in my mind, it being the son and just the son, is like if June said something, like all of the revelations came out, and she said something to her son that like radicalized him or made him want to go get vengeance for his mom and killed her, and then now she feels responsible for it, then maybe. But to be able to do that successfully and well requires a level of writing that this show has not demonstrated. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Just let one of these hysterical women be hysterical and hit her with a pipe. That's all.
It's June. He probably came in and she was like, "I birthed you. I carried you. You get over here and help me." She's gonna go into that crazy June stick.
Yeah. The stills from the next episode already. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. She knows.
What are they? What is she wearing? Look at what Kerry Washington has on, and look at what you.
Listen, she is a mother. She is on her Nara Smith journey. Listen, she's doing what she's doing. We kind of covered predictions already. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to add to the show or the episode. If not, Dom, I will give you the floor. Let the people know what you got going on, sir.
Hey, it's cinematic pain. Come over to the TikToks where people are enraged. People are enraged because it hurts to be wrong in the face of object truth, and that's what I give out on my channel. I just explain my point of view. It's right, and it makes people upset and want to talk about it. So come on over and join the party.
Lord, you heard it. Cinematic pain on all platforms now, Dom. All platforms. All right. Tyra, let people know what you got going on, my sister.
Oh, we got a live directly after this. We are getting into Lamar Odom. Come over there and help us decipher whether or not Lamar is still on the pipe. I hate to word it in those ways, but that's just kind of where we are after watching the doc, and that's what made it really divisive. So be there for that, and then of course we'll be getting into what's our folks Love on the Spectrum Friday, and then Sunday we'll have a movie binge. So yeah. Notifications on, please. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you guys so much for being here. Please be sure to check out all the uploads. Make sure that you are subscribed, hype the video, hit the notification so you don't miss a thing. And I will leave you guys with this week's marathon movie situation that Tyra will be hosting. And we will see you in a few short moments over there to talk Lamar Odom.
Appreciate the time I put into this love affair. Oh, baby.